Welcome to a deep dive, everybody. One that I think can really, change how we think about wealth. We're diving into The Science of Getting Rich. It's a book from 1910 by Wallace D. Wattles.
100-year-old self-help book, right?
That's what I thought too. But honestly, Wattles was really onto something. He goes way beyond just basic money advice. It's like he taps into this creative power, this universal power that is relevant now as it was back then.
It's amazing he says the true riches, it's not actually about the money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's all about living a full life, an abundant life, and wealth, money, is just a tool to get there. Like imagine having the freedom to chase your passions, to really focus on your well-being, and to give back to the world, to do something meaningful. Money just helps you do more of that.
So it's like money is the fuel, but it's the destination that really matters. Okay, so how do we attract this abundance according to Wattles? Lay it on me.
All right, so get ready to throw out this whole idea that wealth is about luck, or where you came from. Wattles calls it a science. They're principles, universal laws, almost like math, governing how wealth is created. He says it's not just talent or even hard work. I mean, we've all seen it. Two people, same skills, same work ethic, but totally different outcomes in life.
Yeah, that's so true. So what's the missing piece then? What are those successful people tapping into?
Wattles would say it's all about your mindset. He talks about this thinking substance, basically. The universe is made of this energy, and our thoughts, they can actually shape it. Think of it like clay.
Okay.
Your thoughts are like the tools that mold the clay into your reality.
So it's not just about wishing for a better life, but really believing it's possible. Almost like imprinting that belief onto the universe.
Exactly. He uses great analogy of a steersman, steering a ship. To get to where you want to go, got to keep your eyes on that destination, right? Adjusting your course as you go. Abundance is the same. You need a clear picture in your mind of your goals and your thoughts, your actions. Everything has to steer you in that direction. And there's one type of thinking he really cautions against: competitive thinking.
So instead of focusing on what we want, competitive thinking is more about worrying if someone else is getting ahead.
Exactly. It creates this scarcity mindset, thinking there's only so much success to go around. You're always fighting for a piece of a limited pie.
Right, right.
Instead, he wants us to cultivate what he calls a creative mindset. This is about tapping into the infinite potential, the fact that there's enough for everyone.
So believing there's enough abundance to go around, that your success doesn't have to come at someone else's expense.
Exactly. It's about creating value, being innovative, finding new solutions. When you approach life with that abundance mindset, suddenly there's a whole world of possibilities.
So we're talking about really shifting our perspective from limitation to possibility, believing in the power of our thoughts. We live in a universe of abundance, not scarcity. But how do we make that shift happen? How do we actually live that, not just, understand it?
That's where another key principle comes in: gratitude. Wattles believed that gratitude is like this powerful tool. It helps us align with that flow of abundance.
Yeah.
It's so easy to focus on what we don't have, like wishing our house was bigger or we had a better job, more money, all that.
Right, always wanting more.
But gratitude, it kind of flips the script. It helps us appreciate the good stuff, everything we already have. Doesn't have to be big stuff either.
Yeah, shifting that focus from scarcity to abundance. Okay, I get that. But how does that actually bring more abundance our way?
Think of it like this. When you're coming from a place of gratitude, you radiate a different energy. It's positive, magnetic even.
And that attracts more good things.
Exactly. It's like you're telling the universe, hey, I appreciate what I've got and I'm ready for more.
So it's not just about feeling grateful inside. It's about really living it, letting it affect how we interact with the world.
Exactly. And as we do that, it starts to change our thoughts, our actions, everything. We become more optimistic, more giving. We start to see opportunities we didn't before.
I see. It all connects. So we ditch the competition mindset, embrace creativity and gratitude, and that leads us to
Visualization. This is where it gets really cool. Wattles believed that to create something real, we have to create it in our minds first. He's all about visualizing, really vividly imagining the things we want.
So like creating a movie in our heads where we're living our dream life, feeling all the feelings as if it's happening now.
Yes. And he believed that by doing that, we're actually impressing those images onto what he calls the formless substance, the basic energy of the universe.
Okay, so some people might hear that and think, isn't that just wishful thinking?
I know, right? But Wattles would say there's a science to it. It's about holding that mental picture, but with total faith, real purpose.
So it's not just daydreaming, it's about actively creating that vision with all the emotions, the belief behind it. But how does that actually lead to concrete results?
It's about aligning your subconscious with your conscious desires. When you keep visualizing something clearly, with feeling, you're basically programming your subconscious to find ways to make it happen.
So it's like planting a seed in our subconscious, and then we help it grow with visualization and focused action.
You got it. And this is where Wattles is firm. Thinking alone isn't enough. We can't just visualize our dream life and then kick back and wait.
We have to take action, make it happen.
Yes. And don't wait for the perfect time, the perfect conditions. Act now, from wherever you are, with whatever you've got.
So even if you're feeling stuck, unsure, just take a small step in the right direction.
Exactly. Build momentum. Trust that the path will reveal itself as you go.
Makes sense. But what about those inevitable setbacks when we get discouraged? How do we stay motivated on this journey?
That's where faith comes in, and perseverance. Wattles reminds us, setbacks, they're just part of the process.
They're not a sign to give up. They're just, a chance to course correct, learn from it, and keep going.
Right. It's about keeping that belief in ourselves, in the universe, having our back, even when things get tough. Like, Wattles reminds us we're always being guided, even if we can't see the big picture just yet.
Trusting the journey, even when it throws us a curveball. Okay, so something we haven't really touched on yet is this idea of the impression of increase. What did Wattles mean by that? How does it fit in with all this?
This is where he gets really down to earth.
Yeah.
He says we got to actually embody, project this image of increase in everything we do.
So even if we're not living our dream life yet, we can still act like we are, energy-wise.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not about like showing off or anything. It's more about subtle changes in, well, everything. How we act, how we carry ourselves.
Okay, so what does that look like, practically speaking?
Could be as simple as approaching your work with, like, real enthusiasm, doing your best, even if it's not your dream job yet.
Yeah.
Or dressing for the success you want, projecting confidence, treating everyone with respect, being generous.
So it's like sending that message to the universe, but to ourselves too, that we're ready for more. Not just waiting, but creating that reality.
Yes. And another big part of this impression of increase is how we interact with others. Wattles believed wealth creation is about cooperating, not competing.
So moving away from that scarcity mindset again, that feeling like we have to fight for a limited slice of the pie. Instead, there's enough success to go around.
That's it. And when we truly believe that, we're more likely to support each other, share what we have, collaborate on things, create even more good stuff in the world.
A rising tide lifts all boats, right? By helping others succeed, we help ourselves too.
Exactly. It becomes this ripple effect of abundance way bigger than just us.
This has been an incredible deep dive. The science of getting rich, it's not just about money, it's about cultivating abundance, like you said, in every part of our lives. The power of thoughts, gratitude, taking action, and embodying that energy of increase.
And the best part is this science, it's available to everyone. It's not about luck or where you came from. It's about aligning with those universal laws, taking action step by step toward the life you want.
I love that. And as we wrap up, I think it's a perfect time to leave our listeners with this. If our thoughts shape our reality, what kind of reality are your thoughts creating today?
That's something to think about for sure. And with that, we'll let everyone continue their own journey, unlocking that potential and creating a life full of abundance.